I mean, I'm not surprised that the girls want to do this with their peers, because they are, I mean, so as small as when you go to those classrooms or events or whatever it is, I mean, even the Academy for Software Engineering, you know, it's not a 50-50 thing. It's a very unique thing here at ITP. I mean, even if you go to MIT Media Lab, it's like 20% women. I know it's changing, but in order to engage these young women earlier on, there has to be online platforms for them to, instead of, you know, going home and like getting on their computers and like shopping at, you know, Nasty Gal, that they can get on something like this with two friends and play a game and enjoy themselves and have a conversation around it. So I think it's very cool.
I think you asked all the right questions. You asked them, and you know, you just hit the target on so many of the issues. The solution feels just right, and I mean, I don't know if you talked about this or thought about this, but I know there's a peer-to-peer community, but a larger community even where best practices are developed and they teach each other that way, to create a platform for that to happen, would just take it up another level.
Definitely, yeah, I found tutorial videos, they're all kind of fluent in that language, so I'm excited to see what they do for that. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought your presentation was very clear, you set it up really well. I love that you added the issues part, like here were the problems and here's how we tried to tackle them. I thought that was really well done. And all the examples of people who use your system. I am very curious about how the creative process translates to programming logic. And I'm sure you'll get to that as you develop more, but the algorithmic art section, for example, when you do kind of think through this module, or you know, the other stuff that you showed, the fact that kids are learning to use these filters, does that translate to them actually feeling better about kind of using JavaScript libraries or sort of approaching, you know, programming tasks outside of this creative environment?
One thing I will say about that is we do talk about the Seriously JS library, which is what we're using for the effects. So we do try to kind of break down those general concepts of, you know, like even how you learn to code, and like, you know, not everyone writes code from scratch. You use the library, you learn from that, and it's layered on top of each other. We actually practice that in the classroom, and now I'm working on incorporating it into the interface.
Yeah, no, I think it's great because like reflecting back to the way I learned to code, which is so different. We didn't have those, like, there's no creative route. It was very sort of, you know, there was a big book by Microsoft. So I think it's great what you're doing, so looking forward to seeing it.